Welcome guys to my new video. Today we will learn what is the database, the structured query language, and the database management system. So, subscribe to my channel and let's start our video. What is a database? A database is a collection of data that is organized in a way that makes it easy to find and use. The data in a database is typically stored in tables, which are made up of rows and columns. Each row in a table represents a single record, and each column represents a single piece of information about that record. What is a data? Think of data as pieces of a puzzle. Each piece represents a small piece of information. Together, these pieces form a complete picture. In the database world, these chunks are called data. The data can be an image, video, documents, etc. How to ask questions to the database. We will discover the magic language called structured query language, which allows us to request information from our database. It is stored in the digital universe of our computer. Database management system. A database management system is a computer software that enables you to create, query, update, and delete databases, and managing the content of the databases. It's mean to access, create, read, or select, update, and delete data referred as CRUD operations, and the access to these data in the databases. The SGBD allows also defining some constraints on the data called integrity constraints, defining data access and security, passwords, authorizations, and providing data recovery, backups, logs. The DBMS interacts with the user, other applications, and the database itself to capture and analyze data. There are many types of database management systems. They range from small systems that run on personal computers to huge systems that run on mainframes, computers that support hundreds of users simultaneously. Database management system is often classified according to the database model that they support. The most popular database systems since the 1980s have all supported the relational model as represented by the structured query language, SQL. Structured query language. Structured query language, SQL, is a language that allows communicating with databases. This language is widely used by web developers to communicate with the data of a website. It enables selecting, inserting, updating, and deleting data from a database. SQL can also be used to manage DBs, i.e., create, delete, or update databases. SQL injection. A cyber attack known as SQL injection involves tricking the database with SQL queries. To retrieve, alter, or corrupt data in a SQL database, hackers use SQL injection. To execute a SQL injection attack, for instance, they might enter a SQL query in place of a person's name in a submission form. What is SQL Server? SQL is not a particularly structured language, especially when compared with highly structured languages such as C, Pascal, or Java. Instead, SQL statements resemble English sentences, complete with noise words that don't add to the meaning of the statement but make it read more naturally. SQL has quite a few inconsistencies and also some special rules to prevent you from constructing SQL statements that look perfectly legal but that don't make sense. Despite the inaccuracy of its name, SQL has emerged as the standard language for using relational databases. SQL is both a powerful language and one that is relatively easy to learn. So SQL is a database management language. The database administrator is answerable for handling a mini-computer or mainframe database and makes use of SQL to outline the database shape and manipulate get entry to the saved data. How SQL works? Parser. The parser begins by replacing some of the words in the SQL statement with unique symbols, a process known as tokenization. The statement is then examined for the following: correctness. The parser checks to see if the SQL statement complies with the rules, or SQL semantics, that guarantee the query statement's accuracy. The parser, for instance, looks to see if the SQL command ends with a semicolon. The parser returns an error if the semicolon is absent. Authorization. The parser additionally confirms that the user executing the query has the required permissions to alter the relevant data. Relational engine. The relational engine, also known as the query processor, develops a strategy for efficiently retrieving, writing, or updating relevant data. For instance, it looks for queries that are similar to others, uses earlier data manipulation techniques, or develops a new one. Bytecode, an intermediate-level representation of the SQL statement, is used to write the plan. To efficiently perform database searches and modifications, relational databases use bytecode. Storage engine. The software element that interprets the bytecode and executes the intended SQL statement is known as the storage engine, also known as the database engine. The data in the database files on the physical disk. Storage is read and stored. The storage engine delivers the outcome to the requesting application after completion. That's all for today. Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe to my channel and support me for more video. See you in next videos.